Happy release day, everybody! It's Gina from Gina K Designs, and I'm so excited to finally be back with all of you again. And welcome to everyone coming in from all around the world. Tonight is our March release party, and we have 4 of our illustrators here that are going to inspire you with beautiful projects that they made using their new stamps and dies. I have a brand new kit to show you, and I have a couple of surprises too. But before we get started with tonight's party, let's say hello to Tom. Hey, Tom.
Woo!
Yay! How are you?
I am much better than horrible, and so are you.
Yes, I am. So glad to be upright and back in the game.
Look how bright and fun you are, and I am the husband. Actually, this is my Sandy Beach look.
That's right. No, that's the dead space. It's neutral back there.
Yes.
Here it's the bright space, right?
That's right. That's right.
So are you glad to be back? We've been gone for a while, huh?
Yeah. What's the deal?
Well, I had the flu, but I got better and went back to work last Friday. Back at it again and back up to full speed.
Now, tell the truth. Did you enjoy some downtime, even though it was like forced upon you?
Oh, I don't know if I want downtime that way.
Yeah.
I can think of better ways to have downtime. I mean, it's
Of
always
course.
nice to have a little bit of a vacation, but not that way. That was not a pleasant experience, for sure. But we're back and ready for tonight. So you got everybody all queued up?
I think so.
All right. Well, let's get started right away. I'm going to show everybody what our new incentives are. For those of you that maybe haven't shopped for a while with Gina K Designs, or you're new to Gina K Designs, with every order that you spend $75 or more, you can get a free incentive product. Now, one of our free incentive products is a pack of A2 size cardstock panels. It is our pure luxury layering weight cardstock, and if you've never tried it, I highly recommend it. It is the smoothest cardstock out there on the market, and it will really take your stamping and your ink blending up a notch because It's got that smooth finish, which means that your images are going to come out nice and crisp, and your ink blending is just going to glide over the surface of the paper. So that is always a free incentive. But I want to show you the stamp sets that are available this month as well. So here is the first one. This is called Blessings of Spring. I'm going to see if I can zoom in a little bit. And this one is a beautiful floral design, and it's got some really nice greetings. It's got the nice big hello friend. And then it also has wishing you all the beautiful blessings of spring, and you are such a blessing to me. And then if you like this stamp set and you choose it as your free one with your $75 order, you can also pick up the coordinating die set. And this will die cut this entire floral design like that, you can see. And it will also cut out all the greetings. So if you're interested in that, that is available. So this is one of our incentive sets. Then our second incentive set is this one here. This is called Celebration Wreath. And it's got this beautiful floral with this wreath kind of design. And then it's got greetings that say, wishing you a very happy, and then you can add whatever strip sentiment you want with that. So wishing you a very happy Easter, retirement, anniversary, Mother's Day, and birthday. So this is perfect for the upcoming spring card making season. And if you like this one and this is the one you choose, you can also pick up the coordinating die set for this. And what I really like about this die set is this cuts out. I want to make sure that I say this right. So let me pull this die out real quickly just so that you can see it. See this here? This will cut out and leave an open space in the middle. Now you can always paper piece that back in and stamp your greetings in there, but if you want to have the wreath raised up and turn it into a shaker wreath, you can do that because that center will cut out. You can put acetate over that and you can turn it into a shaker wreath too. And so I love that it's got both options because that piece that falls out can be easily paper pieced back in. So that is your second incentive. And then of course, the site is saying that the dies are sold out and it won't let you buy them. Vicki, I will ask Sammy to check on that. That is not true. I know we have 3,000 of each of these two die sets, so just hang in there and we will make sure that those die sets get put into stock. That is probably something that maybe our warehouse team missed, and we will make sure that we get these in stock for you right away. So thank you for letting me know that. In fact, Tom, do you have Sammy's phone number? If you could text her just to make sure she can look at that in case she missed it. So these are our brand new incentives, and we've got the cardstock incentive as a third option. And people often ask me, can you make more than one order to get all three incentives? And the answer is yes. Each order has to be $75 in product or more, but you can definitely, if you've got lots on your wish list, divide it up and get all of those freebies. Why not? That's part of the fun, right? Getting the free stuff. All right, so with that being said, I want to share a couple of our illustrators stamp sets and die sets who aren't here tonight, but they have just the cutest products for you. So the first one that I want to show you is this one here. I'm going to have to back out a little bit because I know I'm very close, but oh my goodness, look at this set. This is a brand new set by Dina Gerner, and it's called Treasured Kittens. And everybody says that these cats look like they could be in the Aristocats, and I totally agree. They are so cute. And you have two cats that are in cute little girly outfits, and then you have two little naked cats that are just in their birthday suits. So these could be boy cats, or they certainly could be girl cats as well, but these are adorable. You also have a couple of little butterflies, which I think would be super cute to place a butterfly on the nose of a kitten or on the top of the head. And then they've got these fantastic the fantastic greetings. Happiness is finding beauty in the moment. A peaceful heart can turn every day into a treasure, and you never know what treasures you'll find until you stop and look. And of course, you can get this as a stamp set only, but you can also get the stamp and die bundle. So you'll get the full die set too that cuts out everything, including the greetings. And of course, there's one of our fantastic magnetic boards in here. And Kim, yes, we are aware that the dies are showing as out of stock, but they are not out of stock. We just need somebody to put them in stock. That must have been missed along the way. We apologize for that. When Lisa comes on, I'm going to run to my computer and see if I can get them in stock, just in case Sammy is not back home. I know that she has a commitment every Tuesday night, so
They're working on it.
they're working on it. Okay, great. Alrighty. So this is the new set by Dina Gerner, available now in the What's New category. All right, I want to show you another stamp set here. This one is by the amazing Beth Ann Aaron Saleka. Beth Saleka has this adorable new set, and boy, this is a big set because it is covered up. It's called Sweet Succulents, and it's got all of these cute little pots that you can add all of these different little succulents to. Now, I know that it's called Sweet Succulents, but I am a huge indoor plant person. I have an indoor garden, and I grow vegetables all winter long in my indoor garden, and I love my indoor houseplants. And I think a lot of these also just look like some of my indoor houseplants. So if you're an indoor houseplant person and you love the indoor garden, this is so, so, so cute. So you've got all of these cute pots, you've got all of these different things that you can place in these pots, and then you've got these really fun, bold greetings. Happy birthday, thinking of you, praying for you, thank you, congratulations, and get well soon. So I think, you know, I really love stamp sets like this when you're sending somebody a get well card, or even like a sympathy card. You could use the praying for you or thinking of you. And I think potted plants are kind of just such a nice thing to, you know, to send somebody. Also, if you want the stamp set only, you can get that, or you can do the stamp and die bundle. So either one of these is available in the What's New category over at GinaKDesigns.com. All right, so we are going to show you now. Some of the stamp sets may be selling out already, so I'm not going to say that they're not, but when I went in earlier, everything was available, but I didn't check those dies, so that's my bad. Okay, so the final stamp set that I'm going to show you, and then we're going to move on to Lisa, because she's got some fun things to show you. This is a beautiful new set and very different from Hannah Drapinski. I really like this set, and I saw a bunch of you saying that you know people who love cameos, and they collect cameos, and you love the vintage look and the Parisian look. Well, this one is called Parisian Charm, and it's got this nice size background in a script. Now, you can't really read this, so don't worry about it if you don't know what it says. It certainly doesn't say anything bad, but you can use this, and then you can stamp these frames on top. You can stamp florals on top, whatever you want of this background. And then it's got these two kind of cameo portrait silhouette style images, and then some really neat French sayings here like c'est la vie and bonjour. And then it says, it's got I love you, it's got happy anniversary, happy birthday, and congratulations. This one is also available as a stamp and die bundle. So if you like cutting out frames, this is a great one for that. And these frames are fantastic for other stamps in your collection. So you may have floral stamps and you're looking for the perfect frame. You can stamp this in gold or silver embossing. You can cut cut it out, and then you can lay your different greetings or flowers around it and add a greeting in there. You can also pop up a greeting so it goes off the frame. And all of the greetings also have dies in the stamp and die bundle. So this is the new Parisian Charm by Hannah Drapinski, and it is now available at GinaKDesigns.com in the What's New category. Okay, well, now it is time to bring our first illustrator in. It is Lisa Hetrick. It's always Lisa first, and Lisa has something new to share with you. And I'm going to give you just a little sneak peek of it here because I'm really excited about this. Lisa and I had a really nice conversation. She gave me a call and we were brainstorming future designs. And Tom, I think you're going to love this stamp and die bundle. But this is the brand new, let me see here. I always have to have my glasses on when I see this, but this is called Life is the Song. And this has a beautiful piano here, piano keyboard. It's also got some of the black keys in kind of a paintbrush stroke that you can stamp in here. And then it's got all of these beautiful florals, some great greetings here. But this is something new for Lisa. She did a coloring stencil here. A beautiful coloring stencil that you can color all the different parts of this image. Then this will also color this flower, and then all of the other different little images here that you can color in. So she's going to tell you about which one she chose to add to this stencil and why, and she's going to show you how to use it. So her segment is just a little bit longer with the introduction of these coloring stencils, but you know she's going to inspire us. So let's welcome her to the program, Lisa Hetrick.
Hi friends, it's Lisa Hetrick. Hi Gina. Hi Tom. Hello everyone. And welcome to our March release party. I'm super excited. Tonight is going to be a really fun release, so sit back and relax. We have so much to share. I have a ton to share with you tonight. I am really super excited about this release, my brand new stamp set and die bundle, and a little bit something new to add to your paper crafting arsenal of goodness. We're going to have some fun. So let's dive in and take a peek. I am so excited about this new set, and you can see my set is already well loved. I have so much inspiration to share with you. We have a lot to walk through with this brand new product bundle. Okay, let's take a quick look at the stamp set. This is the stamp set, Life is the Song. This is the coordinating die. You can purchase the stamp set by itself, and you can also purchase the stamp set and bundle together. And we have the coordinating stencil. I'm going to dive into this in a moment, but first let's walk through all of the stamp elements and the die elements, because we also have a little something extra in this die set. So let me just go ahead and pull in the images so we can take a peek. Now, the big focal point of this stamp set are these piano keys. Here are the piano keys. Now, they are a line art illustration and they are wide open for some techniques, aka watercolor, aka stencil coloring. We're going to do a little bit of both. And I also have, so here are the white keys, and then we have the black keys. And then I also have those keys in a brush stroke watercolor-esque kind of look. So that can be two-step stamped into the keys. I've got some leafery, some open line leafery, some solid leafery. And I want to talk about this particular piece of leafery. There is a die available that cuts out the whole outer shape of that particular piece of leafery. There's also a die available that cuts it out with the center hole pieces. So you kind of get a little bit of what I call a twofer. You can die cut your stamped image, and you can also just use that die as a die cut. And this will just be amazing. And I'm going to be sharing this in some upcoming tutorials. So super, super fun. Big shout out to Gina and Brian, because I'm pretty sure Brian did I did the outer shape die, and I'm pretty sure he went in and added the center detail just to maximize this opportunity with the coordinating die set. So thank you, Brian. Okay. All right, let's keep moving. Now, I've got this big, beautiful bloom, and you know that the blooms that I share in my stamp sets are generally generic and graphic in nature, so that you have lots of opportunity to make them look like something else seasonally, right? So this is just a beautiful bloom. Could be a peony, could be a camellia, could be all kinds of blooms. Same thing with this bloom. And here is that bloom as well with a stem and some leafery. I'm going to get to this piece right here because I really want to talk about that. We've got 3 sentiments. Have a great day, that stands by itself. And this sentiment that's so inspirational to me, that I just wanted to share it in this stamp set. Life is the song, love is the music. And it just feels like it kind of hits home right now, all the time. Just kind of really inspired me. So I've got this really fun kind of French script background that's in this circle shape that would work really, really well with your circle dies. I'm going to share it and how I use it as a layering background. And then I've got this corner floral spray piece that I just love. I also have, here's that flower bloom, and then here's that bloom by itself. So you have opportunity for the bloom to be here. You also have opportunity for that bloom to be by itself, or you can cut it out, pop it up. There is a coordinating die for that bloom as well. So you can see, here, let me pop that around. Here's the coordinating die for that bloom. There is a coordinating die for, let's flip that around. Coordinating die for this bloom. There is a coordinating die for that entire set. There is a coordinating die for the piano. There is also a coordinating die for the leafery piece over here. This is I love this piece of leafery. It's so wild and free. We already talked about these, the coordinating die for this piece right here. So let me just go ahead and pop that down so that you can see it. So we have the outer shape coordinating piece, and we have a really intricate die piece that you can cut out. Now I'm going to show a sample where I've used it with the stamp set, and I just really love, imagine this. You could just cut this out with a piece of watercolor paper, and we can add all kinds of color details and create some really interesting wreaths. Love it, love it, love it, love it. Okay, the sentiments also have a coordinating die to cut out the sentiments. Really kind of digging that. Even this little baby right here, and the have a great day. Oops, yeah, I got it on there right. Have a great day. I'll take those glasses off. Can't really see with the glasses. Now, there's also a coordinating die to cut out this beautiful spray. And let's dive into the stencil, the coordinating stencil. So again, here's a stamp set, and there is a coordinating stencil that you can use to colorize the inside of our stencil images. And I know that everyone loves to do this, that this is so fun. And friends, it is such a great tool to add color to our stamped images. So I really just kind of wanted to dive into this. Okay, so I also have this coordinating stencil guide that's available to you along with the card ideas, and I'll share the card idea sheet. This is so there's 3 pages to that free download, but let's go ahead and go through the stencils. the stencil images. So we have the piano stamp, then we have the stencil. You have the stencil that you can stencil in the white keys. You have the piano stamp with so you can stencil in that color. So there's your sample. You have the piano stamp with the stencil with the coordinating white keys and the coordinating black keys. So you're able to change up your color and do both for the piano. Love it. All right, now this is where it gets super juicy. Okay. For all of the floral elements, I also have the coordinating stencil element. So let's start with our floral spray. And this one, friends, is super delicate and super intricate. I have to thank Brian. Brian from Gina K Designs, the graphic designer for Gina K Designs, who really takes a peek at all of our elements as we're turning them in and make sure that we're ready for manufacture. When I originally created this stencil, I kind of stopped it right here, and I had all of this kind of worked into the stencil, and he pushed the envelope a little bit more and helped get those intricate little lines for the inside of that stamp. I was afraid it wouldn't work, but he made it happen. He made the magic happen. Okay, so we've got the flower spray stamp, the flower spray stance, the stencil, and there's also a little dot for the center of that flower so that you can create that whole flower spray sample. Okay, and our flower stamp here, then you have your stencil, so you're able to color in your entire stencil image. This isn't to scale, friends. So when you download this, these elements aren't the exact size of the stamp. They're actually a lot smaller so that we could fit them on this 8.5 by 11 sheet. But it's an idea sheet, so it's going to give you that sense of how the stencil works. Same thing with the flower stamp. For the flower stamp, we have the image and then the coordinating elements that you can color in with the stencil. So exciting. Okay, friends, let's dive in and take a look at the inspiration. I've got a lot to share. I'm going to walk you through some of those stenciled elements and the layers. And there's just so much more that you can do, even beyond what I'm sharing today. Okay, this card might be my favorite. It might be my favorite. I know I know there's another one in here that's going to be my favorite too. But here is that floral spray. And what I really love about that floral spray, and I'm going to show you in the next card, is that it has this angle on it. So you're able to layer this and flip it so that you can create some rectangular shapes. It's got a lot of movement to it. So it's really going to kind of show off your corners and really give you a lot of opportunity to work with it on the card and off the card. And I'm going to show you some samples. But you can see here, I've got that French script background that I've stamped really lightly in the background with some lilac. And then I've built my layers of stamping and stenciling on top. This card looks like it has a lot of texture and dimension, and it really is very, very low profile. I did pop up the flowers, and again, challenging myself with stenciling and adding colors to the stencil image, with the stencil, adding colors to the stamped image to create that extra dimension. And I'm just loving it. And I love the idea also of it. These stencils work perfectly and will color the inside of the stamp, but I'm always a little bit wonky. I like to just shift the stamp just a little bit to create, you can see I did that here, to create a little bit of extra dimension where some of the color is just a little off, and then it just creates that graphical look. So I'm just loving the way this looks. I added a little bit of gold here. Super fun card. That might be my favorite. But then I knew this one was going to be my favorite. Okay, this is that floral spray. The really intentional thing that I did with the floral spray was to be able to line it up with the edge of the piano keys to create this whoosh coming off of the top of the piano keys. So it really gave those piano keys a really artistic kind of flair to it. And I've got that flower here. I used my stencil. I also stenciled in some really like ocean mist, really pale onto the keys. And then I used the stamp for the black keys, but I did them in that blue denim just to kind of bring this whole card together with some blues and greens, just a little pop of pink, just to add a little bit of color there. But look at the way this floral spray will go off the edge a little bit. Like I could have started this whole thing over a little bit, but see how it comes off the edge of the card, kind of breaks the shape, makes it really interesting. Okay, I'm really digging this card. This is that big honkin' floral. Did a little bit of color combining. Here is that stamped image die cut with that really intricate die. Loving that. Added that flower background and just really have this really interesting wreath with a big flower that's anchoring it. And life is the song, love is the music, just stamped right there and popped, die cut and popped up. Okay, you know me, there has to be a watercoloring option in my card samples. So this is that beautiful floral spray where I've kind of bumped it off of the edge a little bit so we don't have the line work of the corner, but we do have that energy of it coming in from the right side of the card, coming in from the left side of the card. Added a little bit of washes of watercolor. Got a lot of movement going on here, but it really is a clean and simple card. Love it. Love it. Okay. I love this card too. The simplicity of this card, but also that beautiful gold. I took that French script background and just added some Gina K gold emboss powder to the background. That beautiful little flower, added have a great day right over top of it. Super simple. Love the way this looks. Okay, this is another favorite. This is another huge, I think I have so many favorites in this collection of inspiration. Again, I used that floral spray simply just by turning it and coming off the edge and coming up. You really create some really interesting organic energy here with the stamps, and popped up the floral here with the using the stencil to color it in. And then what I did with that piece of leafy is I just cut it apart. That die is really big, right? Covers the whole stamp. So you could cut pieces and parts off of it and use it in a different way. Just love that. Okay. I love this one too. Oh my goodness. The piano keys, what I did is I double stamped them so I can elongate the piano key. You could also do, I tend to do vertical cards. This piano is proportionally designed. If you want to do a horizontal card and go across, you can just stamp it again, and then you're able to go ahead in and add a little bit of color with the stencil. This is a little tiny bit of, I actually used a gray, and then I stamped the black keys with the stamp. Just love that. Added this little flower piece right over that seam where the two stamps touched. There was a little bit of a seam, right? So I just added that flower right there. And the sentiment, have a great day, I shared a moment ago. But the additional sentiment that could go on the inside of your card or underneath this sentiment, and if you need a hand, take mine. That's just like a breath of fresh air. And if you need a hand, take mine. How fun is that? How inspirational is that? How soothing is that sentiment? You could pair that sentiment with anything that you have in your stash that starts with thinking of you, and if you need a hand, take mine. Thank you. any kind of sentiment that just has a bold statement, you could add that sentiment alongside it or inside of your card, and it would just be like a breath of fresh air for someone. Just love this card. Love it. Okay. The last card. Super simple. Beautiful. That beautiful flower just kind of stands alone. Added a little bit of watercolor. I actually watercolored this whole piece using Gina K inks, using the spruces and the lilacs, just to kind of create this. And again, there's that sentiment. Have a great day. And if you need a hand, take mine. How inspirational is that? Just love it. Okay, friends, I do have a brand new card idea sheet for this month for Life is the Song. There are 8 card ideas on here. There's some card ideas that I didn't even share tonight, but this is available in the Gina K Designs Facebook group, or you can head over to my website at indigojadeart.com, and then you'll see a link for freebies, and this will accompany it. You'll get 3 pages in that download. You'll get the card idea sheet, and you'll get the 2 pages with the coordinating stencil guide. So you can be up and running when this set arrives in your home. Okay, friends, whew, that was a lot. And I know that I took a little bit of time, but I had a lot to share with you tonight and a lot to walk through about this stamp and stencil set. I'm super excited. Life is the Song is available right now at Gina K Designs in the What's New section. Friends, I will be going live this Thursday at 11:30 Eastern with a brand new card tutorial using Life is the Song and maybe something else in my collection. I want to thank you all for letting me come into your homes tonight. I'm so grateful for all of you and all of your support. Thank you, Gina. Thank you, Tom. Friends, sit back, relax. It's going to be a great night, and spring is coming, friends. Deep breaths. And if you need a hand, take mine. Okay, friends, I'll see you next time. Thanks so much. Bye now.
What fantastic cards. Lisa, I love this set. I love the stencil that you've designed. And I think those greetings, when you said that, I got a little choked up. If you need a hand, take mine. Wow. And I love that you did that in a very traditional font, because it's going to match with any greeting that you have in your collection. That is just brilliant. Life is the Song by Lisa Hetrick. Don't forget, check out Lisa's YouTube channel and subscribe over there. It's called Indigo Jade Art. Or you can just type in Lisa Hetrick cards and her YouTube channel will come up. Lisa does tutorials all the time. She is so inspirational and so much fun and such a joy. So thank you, Lisa, for such a beautiful set. Your newest in the Gina K Designs collection. All right, now I just have little housekeeping here. Yes, some of the stamp sets sold out, and I'll tell you what, while Lisa was on, I grabbed my laptop because somebody said they couldn't check out with the incentive dies in their cart. So I placed an order, put the incentive dies in my cart, was able to check out no problem. So whatever that problem was, that glitch has been resolved. But I have to tell you, I hit send my order, and then I went right back out to delete my order, and there were 45 orders that came in at the same time when I clicked my place order. So that's kind of how quickly things are selling out tonight. Now, it's really hard for me to know. I don't have a crystal ball, and everybody knows that, it's right now is kind of like, well, what do we do? So I did the best that I could, but I will tell you that if there are any stamps or stamp and die bundles that you really want, please go on the notify me list, because first thing tomorrow morning, I'm going to look at the notify me list, see how many people are on it. I'm going to add a couple hundred to that, and we're going to place orders right away, like first thing in the morning. And we're going to ask for a rush so that we can turn these around really quickly so they'll be back in stock soon. And with that in mind, as soon as they come back in stock, you will get an email notification, so you will have the first opportunity to buy them, or at least you'll be notified before other people even realize that they're back in stock. Now, we also have many wonderful retail partners who ordered all of these a couple weeks ago, and most of them have their stock already, so you can always check our retail partners. And I see Brianne Loveland is in the chat here on YouTube. So thank you, Brianne, for sharing all the links. She's also sharing things like links to our retail partners and stuff. So you can find a retail partner that might have a set that you missed out on. But we are going to continue with the show because even though some of these items have sold out, some of you were still on the fence and you really like to see what our illustrators do before you make your purchasing decisions. So we want to make sure that we show you everything, and then you can decide if you want to put yourself on the notify me list, if you want to check out one of our retail partners, or if you want to wait for the next illustrator to come along. So with that in mind, the next illustrator waiting in the wings has done a very different set than she usually does for us. This set, let's take a look here. This is called Hoppin' Good Day. This is who you have up next, right, Tom?
Yes.
Okay, good. All right, so this is the brand new set by Arjita Singh. And you know, every time Arjita says her name, I always think I need to say it like she says it, and it's Arjita. So that's the way I'm going to say it from now on, Arjita. And she's got this gorgeous, beautiful, big bunny that is so cute. I just want to pinch his cheeks. All these cute little things that you can put on her ears, or little flowers you can put on her head. Also, you can put glasses on her, a birthday cap, a little scarf, and then all these cute greetings that are in here. So I'm going to let her show you, and this comes in a stamp set or a stamp and die bundle. So make sure if you want it, you get on the notify me list. But let's welcome her to the program to show you some beautiful inspiration. Arjita Singh.
Hi guys, Arjita here. Welcome to Gina K Designs March 2025 release, and I am so excited for this one as I wanted to have a stamp set which can showcase the celebration and joy of Easter with the magic of spring, and hence I designed this bunny themed stamp set. And there are multiple images in this stamp set which you can use, mix and match, and use throughout the year as well. You can create birthday cards, of course spring cards, Easter cards, use your older stamps to create some more unique looking cards. So I must say that this is a very, very versatile stamp set, and you can use it for card making, scrapbook, journaling, and for just some decor. So this is the cute little bunny we are talking about. This is quite big in size, and I have just folded it so that I can place it on the table, and it has some elements which I want to show which make it versatile apart from the Easter spring theme. So I have made this head bandana. You can put it right on his head. It has this adorable little set of glasses. Then there is this little gum ball. So I wanted it to have that bubblegum balloon popping out. And of course a party cap. So you can place it like this. And there are other embellishments as well in this stamp set which make it very spring and Easter themed. So just use all your creative ways, and all the different coloring mediums look absolutely fabulous. It is a very easy image to color, but of course you can take it further ahead if you want to create that fur and that softness to your bunny. Otherwise, just plain filled gray, white, or brown bunnies will look very, very cute. So I can't wait to show you the stamp set and all the cards I've created. I also have kept a segment in this video where I showcase all the different bunnies and the combinations which can be created using the stamp set. So just cannot wait to show you all the card samples, and I'll just flip my camera. So here is Hopping Good Day stamp set along with its die set. So you can cut out all the elements in this set using the dies, and that makes card making so much fun. You can just use the flower bunches with a sentiment, and here are all the die cuts. So these are the bunnies I've colored, and I have all the elements also die cut, printed and colored. You can create so many different looks using these elements. For example, you can use this black frame for this a cute bunny. So I also have it stamped and die cut. You can do this, you can color in the frame as you wish. Then I also used an iridescent paper to give him these cool party glasses. I can add this party hat on top so that he's ready to party. You can also have just the cap on his head, and this looks super cool. For this one, what I thought, this would look very cool. Then even this flower on his head would look very, very cute. You can do this. You can add the party cap on as well. Or you can just give this bunny a bubblegum balloon he's blowing, and that's so cool. You can also use this hair tie to decorate this bunny. So this can go like this. I mean, the possibilities are endless. You can keep adding so many elements just to keep decorating them. And I had so much fun. And I had so much fun playing around with these cute images and bunnies. So I can make it a crown like this. Also give him some sunglasses. So here are all the elements, and I have made few cards using this, and I'll be showing you that as well. So now let me quickly show you the card projects I created using Hopping Good Day stamp, and it was so much fun. So this is the first card. Here I did some no line watercoloring, and this is a very vintage kind of a card I wanted to create. So I stamped this script from one of the stamps which is going to be released tonight, and to create that old wallpaper kind of a look, I also used one of the dies we'll be releasing today, and I just created this frame and love it. Finished it with this heat embossed sentiment, and I really like the old vintage vibe of this card. For the next card, I used the Swiss dot embossing folder, which makes it so cute. This image is pencil colored, and I used this nice fancy iridescent paper to create this party hat for my bunny. And I finished it with this sentiment which says, wishing you a wonderful birthday. So this is a very beautiful stamp set which you can use throughout the year and create such lovely happy cheerful cards for your friends. So this is one of my favorites. I also used pencil colors to change the color of the eyes, and they look so realistic, and I really love it. This is the next one. For this I created this black and white bunny. This is a brown wild rabbit, I suppose, and I created this wreath around using the tiny flowers, and then this bandana on his head, a wall background, and this sentiment really completes the look of this card. So this is a very cute card, and for this I use my sharp scissors to cut this grass from a bright green cardstock, and this is a white bunny with this big cluster of flowers on his head. Finished it with the sentiment and some lovely clouds behind. So this is super cute and super fast to make. This is the next card. For this I created this rainbow background using Distress Oxide inks, and this bunny is colored using Copic markers. I used this tiny little wreath flower as a head embellishment, and finished it with the sentiment right there. So this is very cute, and the bunny is cut out using the dies. So this is my next card, and for this I created this basket and tucked in some flowers which are part of a die and stamp set which will be released tonight. Snuck my bunny in the basket finished it with this bow and a sentiment, and I adhered it on top of a craft colored cardstock. This is the next card for this. Again, I used my favorite cardstock. I love using craft colored cardstocks for such cute critters. I finished it with this sentiment, used my scoring board to create this background, this smart pair of glasses for the bunny. I also made this bow using paper, and this is super fun. I really liked it. So this is the last project using Hopping Good Day stamp set. This is so cute. You can call it a card, a tag, or whatever you feel like. I finished it with this smart, cute glasses, and I kept the bunny white and also added this cluster on the side, and it is so fun. I just folded the paper and used the die. I did some partial die cutting, which helped me make this into a folding card. And I also layered it with the complete image on top. So these are all the cards which I created using Hopping Good Day stamp set, and I hope you liked it. So that is all from my side tonight, and I hope you liked all the card samples I created. I had a wonderful time using this stamp set, and I hope you also have a great time. I'll be sharing all the close-up shots on my Instagram and on my YouTube channel and Facebook. You can follow me. I'll leave all the links down here so that you can just follow me there, throw in your questions, and please do not forget to comment, because I love reading all your comments. So thank you so much, Gina and Tom, for having me, and I hope all of you have a lovely evening ahead. See you next month.
Arjita, your cards were absolutely adorable. And I was reading all of the comments in the chat and how everybody thinks this bunny is just the cutest thing, and how amazing your coloring is. My goodness, those bunnies, you could almost reach out and touch the fur. That pencil one, I could see every single little hair stroke. Amazing. That set is so much fun. And you know what I love about it is, although there are, you know, some greetings that are Eastery, right? We've got, you know, Easter blessings in there. The rest of them, this could be used for so many other types of cards throughout the spring and summer, including cards for kids, which is always so difficult for me. And I love the idea that you included some birthday stuff in here so that you can make a cute bunny birthday as well. So Arjita, fantastic job. Check Arjita out on YouTube. She's got a great YouTube channel, and she shows you how she does her no-line coloring and lots of other coloring techniques. You can find her by, oh, I'm saying her name wrong again. You can find her by searching Arjita Singh on YouTube, and you will find her. Make sure you subscribe and be inspired by her beautiful coloring. Hoppin' Good Day is now available in the What's New category at GinaKDesigns.com. It did sell out earlier, but if you get your name on the Notify Me list, we will be reordering this first thing tomorrow morning. And check out our retail partners, because they have some too. All right, our next illustrator waiting for you is the amazing Deborah Warner. She always comes up with something new and innovative and interesting, and this set is no different. This is her new Roundabout floral, and it's got these round images and dies that cut them all out. She is going to tell you all about this, and I know that you're going to love what she has to show you. So let's welcome her to the program, Deborah Warner.
Greetings, everybody. Hello and welcome. Hi, Gina and Tom. Thanks so much for having me. I'm excited to be here for our March 2025 release party. This month, my newest stamp set is called Roundabout Florals. And Roundabout Florals has 3 flower images and a circle image. It also has 4 very common greetings: get well, happy birthday, thank you, and with sympathy. I did want to point out that each of those greetings do fit into the circle stamp. I do believe you have lots of stamps in your arsenal that could also fit into that circle. I also want to point out that there are coordinating dies. And so for the stamps, there's kind of 3 ways you can use them. I would say the very first way would be to stamp it on a card panel for your card front, or you can cut it out with the coordinating dies. And the cool thing about this is it's all circles, so you can use your circle dies as well. So that is what I wanted to share with you about my new stamp set. So let's look at some of my samples. So here are the 3 ways you can use the stamp set. You can use it without any dies, you can use circle dies, or you can use the coordinating dies. On this birthday card, Whisper and Innocent Pink are my cardstock colors. I used our silver detail embossing powder for the greeting and for the image, and then I colored them in with my Prisma colored pencils. Finished it off with a corner rounder and some twine. On this sympathy card, my cardstock colors are vellum, watercolor paper, and white. I used gold embossing powder and I colored the images in with watercolor. I also used our Petite Flourish embossing folder. On this thank you card, my cardstock colors are black onyx and red hot. I used our gold embossing powder not only for the images, but I also used it to put a edging around my red panel. I used our Princess Circle die to cut out the image. This birthday card uses turquoisey, white, and vellum cardstocks. I used a circle die to cut out a circle out of vellum, and then I embossed it with our lattice embossing folder. The panel is cut out of our white cardstock, and I used sea glass ink with our new crop circle stencil, and then I used white embossing powder for the greeting and for the flower image. One of my favorite color combinations is craft and white, so those are the cardstock colors I used here. I also used Master Layout 8 for the circles, and I used our Swiss Dot embossing folder. And some white embossing powder. The ink for the greeting, I believe, is dark chocolate. On this sympathy card, my cardstock colors are blue sky, white, and blue denim. My ink blending was done with blue denim and blue sky. I used our Harvest Flourish stencil for that. I did use Master Layouts 12 for the big panel and our new Master Layouts 19 for that beautiful scalloped rectangle. And I colored in my flowers with alcohol markers, just a simple color. This was a store-bought manila tag that I decorated with all kinds of stencils and stamps from the Gina K line. And I also used gold embossing powder. The ink colors that I used are Warm Cocoa, Emerald Coast, Prickly Pear, and Tranquil Teal. Finished it off with some ribbon and twine. Well, there you have my samples. I hope you enjoyed them, found them inspiring, gave you some ideas. I always like to share what was my favorite, and I have 2 for this time. I actually have some more, but I haven't showed them to you yet. So let's talk about this one. I really like that new rectangle die. I think it's just so elegant and so fancy. And that is coming out this evening. You will learn more about that in just a little bit. Also, I love that Harvest Flourish stencil. It's been a favorite of mine since the day it was released. So I love to use that. And then, you know, this tag was just so much fun. It's kind of mixed media, but not really, because really there's just basically ink and embossing powder on there. But this was always fun. Just pull out some of your favorite things and just get stamping. It's fun. And as I said, I always do the backs as well. So share your work. If you have any questions, feel free to message me. I always put my little section of our video on my YouTube channel. So keep in touch. Love hearing from you. And I will see you next time. Bye-bye.
Debbie, I love this new set so much, and I love the way the dies cut everything out. I don't know if you guys noticed this, but on the packaging here, can you see how like all it cuts all around these images. Same here. So if you wanted to pop that up with foam squares, you know, you can really create some depth and dimension with these, or even just stacking them. You could do so much with that. So this is such a cool set. I absolutely love it. And make sure you check out Debbie's YouTube channel if you want a refresher on the cards that she made, because like you noticed, she gives you the rundown of all the products that she used. So if you see something you like, you can always go back and review it again, or you can watch it again here on our release party as well. And Deborah has a great collection with us. She's a very popular illustrator, and I know you all love her. So, Debbie, thank you so much for joining us tonight. We love your new Roundabout florals. All right. Well, we have one more illustrator who I think might be in pajamas tonight. I know Melanie was very much under the weather over the weekend. And she wasn't even sure that she was going to be able to make a video. She did a little poll in our Facebook group to see if people just wanted to see the overhead shot or if they actually wanted to see her face. And we think all of you wanted to see her face. And she said, okay, the compromise is I'm going to wear my fancy jammies. And she challenged you guys to wear them too. Now she's got this fantastic new butterfly frame stamp and die bundle. Again, this one has sold out, but again, if you want this and you have checked our retail partners and you can't find it, or you want to be on our waiting list, please add your name to the notify me list, because I'm going to use that list first thing tomorrow morning to order these, and I want to make sure I save one for you. But let's see what she did with this, because that's going to determine whether or not you might want it. Let's welcome her to the program. She's such a trooper. Welcome, Melanie Menschinger.
Hey everyone, Melanie Menschinger here, illustrator for Gina K Designs. Thank you so much for joining us for our release party. I've been a little bit under the weather, but I am happy to be joining you with some samples tonight. I can't be more excited about this set, and I loved reading all of your feedback about Butterfly Frame. Unfortunately, I do not have my stamps and dies yet. We record this the day before the release. It is supposed to be coming later on tonight, so fingers crossed it's coming. But I had to have some samples for you to show tonight because I just have to. So what I'm able to do, because I'm the illustrator, is I have the original file of all of the images and the greetings. So you're going to be seeing a lot of black tonight because I printed them out, but this is exactly what your stamps will look like, the same sizes, images, and fonts. So this is what the cards will look like when you are using the stamp and die bundle. I had to do fussy cutting though. I am going to make some cards if it comes tonight so that I can share in the party what it's going to look like when you have it colored, using colored inks rather, or if you are using an embossing ink and your powders. I mean, I just think that it's going to be so beautiful, like in a gold, colored, uncolored, whatever. So that's going to be super fun. But I love how these turned out. And I have an inspiration sheet for you. If you've had any of my frame sets in the past, then you'll know that a lot of them work for all 4 orientations. So this top corner here shows you how you can do 2 portrait layouts and 2 landscape layouts simply by turning it a quarter turn each time. And then you have this beautiful round open space for framing up your images, whether it be the butterflies, the greetings in the set, or anything else that you want to put in here. These butterfly images go so wonderfully with all kinds of occasions and other things that are going to be in your collection and in our Gina K catalog. And then you've got spaces in this belly band to add the additional little decorative elements or one of the mini greetings. So I've got 10 greetings in this set. I'll go ahead and read them to you. Thinking of you, happy birthday, congrats, celebrate, praying for you, thank you, so happy for you, lifting you up, deepest sympathy, and then one that is a really nice verse that can go on the outside of the card or on the inside of the card with that sympathy greeting. To be absent from the body is to be present with the Lord. And so that I just love the symbolism of butterflies, whether it's a physical or a spiritual transformation. That just really gives me a lot of peace, that sentiment, when I am doing sympathy cards. So let's go ahead and go right into the samples. I'm going to show you cards that I created in all 4 of those frame orientations. And then I'm going to show you some samples here that I did not use the frame for, just because the 3 different butterflies in this set are so versatile. So the first one that I'm going to show you, I have got it landscape style with the "So Happy for You" greeting. And then I've got one of the smaller butterflies in the set stamped twice on there, or I printed this out, but remember, this is how you're going to make them. And then I've got this little dotted trail that is going to work with all those butterflies. And I just love how dynamic it makes this layout look, as if this frame has just come to life and these are flying right out of the frame and onto the card, spotlighted in that circle. I have this little diamond border, and this is really fun if you just want to zhuzh it up, either below, on the ends, just any way that you want to put that in there. It's also nice for the back of your card or inside your card if you want. I've done very simple coloring on this card, and this is just a 2-layer card here. So this is what the frame will look like when you have it die cut with the die and the bundle. It's going to go just right on that A2 size card. And this is just 2 layers, just the white layer and then the colored cardstock. I believe this is the new Sun-Kissed Coral. And then I have a double border on this frame with a very thick outline. It makes it really simple to color it in with just your markers, and you won't go outside the lines because you have that big, thick bumper on there when you're stamping it in black. So I just love that. And then I just put a little rhinestone on the little head of each of those butterflies, and I just love how much look this frame gives you. It's just so detailed. It will also coordinate with other butterfly sets that I have done in the past. And then you can see also I had those butterfly details extend into the border, and so when it's colored, it really does look like stained glass there with those panes. I noticed a lot of people mentioning that in the comments, and that is what I was going for. Let me show you another stained glass look. This time I'm going to be doing a portrait style one. I've got this on some of our key lime cardstock, and I didn't color in any of the butterflies in the frame. I just colored in those negative spaces. So I grabbed 4 or 5 different markers, a pink, a blue, a yellow, a red, and then I think an orange, kind of fluorescent colors. And then I just colored in those spaces in between the butterflies and left them white. And then I used this largest butterfly, and I just created a rainbow gradient with those same alcohol markers. And then just added the thank you, and again, that little dotted trail. Love that. The next one that I want to show you, I saw people were asking about, what about 5x7 cards? So I don't make them as often, but I want to show you that this frame looks beautiful on it. So I have this on some of Gina's blue raspberry cardstock. Gosh, I just love these colors together. I cut out 2 of the large butterfly and then 1 of the smaller butterflies on here. So I've got that in the orange, the blue, and the red. And then I just colored in 1 each of those different colors to kind of let the different ones that I have popped up, those same colors, kind of bounce around the card and draw your eye around. And then I've got the little happy birthday. So if you get the bundle, you also have dies for all 10 of those greetings. So you can see, you can have that popped up there, and it just looks so cute. So you don't always have to put the greeting in the belly band. You can also put it inside that circle, or on this next card, I've got it down in the corner. So this is the last way that you can use the frame flip. This is again the landscape, but now I've got the circle on the other side, and I've got that little thinking of you popped up, and I've used 2 of the large butterfly and then 1 of that small butterfly. So for this one, again, I had to print this out like I mentioned before, but I was able to blend a gradient on there using the plum punch to match the cardstock, some passionate pink, and then finally the Sun-Kissed Coral ink. The way that I did this, you'll see that it is not on my border there. It's nice and clean and white, and that center part really pops. I did that by making my own stencil here, just by stamping this onto a piece of the layering weight cardstock and then just cutting out those side pieces. Then I layered it before I put my butterflies on, just like that, covering up the center part, and then I just did my blending. And I'm going to show pictures. I actually took some step outs just showing the blending and then removing it. But I just love that look, and it was so simple. I didn't have to do any coloring on that frame at all. It took me about 30 seconds. So you save this and you're going to be able to use it over and over again. So those are 4 ways that I've got the frame. But then I want to show you just how versatile and beautiful these little butterflies and greetings are. So the first one I have on here, I've just got them collage stamped on. This is just on the Pure Luxury, just 1 layer popped up with the lifting you up, and I love how they're all just flying. We've got those little dotted trails, and then I've got one here that is cut out, folded, and then just mounted on a little dimensional, and then just a little bit of bling. And then this is colored with my alcohol markers. Very simple coloring. The next one that I did, this is on Passionate Pink, and I just stamped these in opposite pairs. I've got this one butterfly and then the other one, and then I just have each one stamped 4 times to create this oval wreath with those butterflies. I've got the praying for you and then the little cross, and then I've got just 1 little rhinestone on that cross to bling it up. So just love how that one turned out. Next, I have got all 3 of the butterflies that are in this set. I just have it looking like they're just resting right here on my cardstock. Nothing popped up on this particular one. I did, though, use a gray marker just to trace along the outline underneath, and that gives it a very dimensional look. And then this is on some of the craft cardstock. Just wonderful for nature cards. And then this final one, I just think it's so poignant. It's with that to be absent from the body is to be present with the Lord. I've got just the single large butterfly. And I have the cross. You can cut it out with that die cut and then pop it up over the body. And then you're getting that resurrection symbolism. And again, I just put that 1 little rhinestone on there. And then just some very simple blending with the sea glass ink to match the cardstock base. This is such a clean, simple card and so easy to make. That's all I've got for you. I actually do have a tag in the other room that I forgot to show. The way that I did that is I just cut off the very end of the frame and then punched a little hole, and I've got a little string. I did some of the blending, so I will show a picture of it. And then I just added the little butterflies to the top of that little piece of jute string. And so it actually hovers, and it would be really cute as a bookmark. So I wish I remembered to bring that in, but I didn't. Anyway, thank you so much for coming for our party. I will try to get caught up on videos. I know a lot of people have been asking, so I am getting better every single day. I sound a lot better today, but I just still have so much congestion when I start trying to talk or when I start leaning over my desk. So it's just taking a while. I know a lot of you are going through it, same as Gina, but so nice we can do this together and you don't have to worry about catching anything from me. So thank you for joining us. I hope you love this set butterfly frame. I can't wait to see what all of our guests and all of you are gonna do with it. So have a wonderful night. Enjoy the rest of the party. Love you guys. Bye-bye.
Melanie, you look just as beautiful, sick. How do you look so gorgeous? Melanie, that set is absolutely spectacular, and a lot of people loved it, and a lot of people have already gotten it, but we have more of those on order. So if you are looking for Melanie's new butterfly frame, make sure you get on the Notify Me list. Also check our retail partners, and we will get those ordered first thing tomorrow morning. I can't believe you fussy cut all of that, and you did all of that without your stamps and dies. You're right. You're lucky you're the Illustrator because you have the files that you can check and print at home. Now, you may notice that we are a little light on samples this month. I had several different designers reach out to me and say they never got their stamps and dies in time for tonight's release. I feel so badly about that. Our dies were very late getting here, and we really apologize for that. But hopefully those designers will be sharing inspiration for you later on in the week and in weeks to come, because when these products come back in stock, we want you to have lots of different inspiration to draw from. So, Melanie, thank you so much. Check out Melanie's YouTube channel because you can always look back at some of her old videos. She's got fantastic videos that you can always apply to her newer sets as well. And Melanie will be back on YouTube soon once she's feeling a little bit better. So the new butterfly frame, get on the notify me list. It's in the what's new category at GinaKDesigns.com. All right, well now I have a kit for you tonight to share. I've got lots of samples and I've also got a couple other things, a couple surprises I want to show you. The first one is we have a brand new stencil that we added to our collection, and this is it. Isn't this cool? I just love this. It's called Crop Circles, and it's this kind of weird modern circular pattern. And I think you're going to love it for doing little bits of grounding, for also stenciling in bright, vibrant colors throughout the spring, in rainbows and things like that. I used it in a couple of cards tonight, and I'm going to show it to you. I'm going to show you those cards, but I'm going to show you all the products first, and then I'll get to the cards. So this is the brand new Crop Circles. Every once in a while, it's fun to do a new background. And remember, for those of you who picked up the Fuse foiling gel, this is a fantastic one for that. You can use the Fuse foiling gel over that and use some of that Decofoil watercolor foil, and you will get a spectacular background out of this one because there's lots of open spaces to create that shine. Okay, so that is one new thing. Now the next new thing I want to show you is our brand new Master Layouts die set. This is Master Layouts 19, and you guys know I'm in the middle of my series. We're already up to 5, so I will be picking up that series again next week. But the Master Layouts 19 is really, really interesting and unique. Now, I've cut everything out, and I want to show you what they all look like cut out. So here is all of the different dies that are in this die set. Now, some of these dies are parts like this. This one right here is what falls out of this centerpiece, okay? But you are able to use this with these other dies as an additional rectangle. Okay, I'm going to show you what that all looks like in just a bit. Now we also have a really interesting border here, and I'm going to show you how to use that as well. It's beautiful just the way it is, but it's also meant for something very unique. And then what I did was I cut this border out. I laid it down on the cardstock here, and I paper pieced all of the dots going across. So if you just wanted to do a border of dots going across, or you wanted to do a border of dots on a strip of cardstock, you can use this part as the template to create those dots. Plus, these dots are a really nice size. They will make something that looks very similar to a nice sized enamel dot. So if you wanted to, do this in foil, or you wanted to do it embossing powder and then cut it out with this, you could save all of these and use them as really fun, funky embellishments. Now we also have another plain rectangle that is going to layer with this rectangle. And this rectangle has stitching around the outside. I don't know if you can see that, but it's got stitching around the outside. So there are different ways where you can layer these into this and create a really beautiful look that has lots of dimension and levels. It kind of pops up. Then these are a new kind of strip sentiment for us. These will fit a lot of the strip sentiment stamps that you have in your collection. But what I wanted to achieve here is kind of that rounded strip, but also these are fantastic for cutting out into the cardstock. So if you have your A2 card, you can cut this out and pop up the front of your card, and then you can stamp your greeting down inside this recessed oval. So these are some really good sizes here for a majority of what kinds of strip sentiments you have in your collection. And you can either use these as, an outside piece for your card or to create that opening. You can also use these as an element just to create openings. So you could randomly stack these over a piece of cardstock and cut them out, and it will make all kinds of cool little long oval-shaped windows that you could then use with acetate to create a cool shaker card look. And then finally in here, you have this cool circle that has these nice big dots as a decorative element around the outside. Now let's take this a step further and take a look at what they look like. Here, I've layered them up a little bit. So you can see when you mix this with this, and then you add this and this inside, what that does is it creates a little gap in there. So my teal, which I cut out with this die, is showing through, but then I also have this panel in here that I can stamp with. I can stamp on, or I can use it as a grounding panel. So that's using all of these together. Now, of course, you could paper piece this inside so there's no gap. Okay, but if you want that to fall out and you wanted to use this as a shaker frame, you could do that as well by just putting a piece of acetate in there. So this pops in here and fits perfectly. This one pops in here and gives you that little border so that you can have that beautiful little teal border showing through. Now here I cut these out, but then I cut them out again using Tranquil Teal, and then I re-piece them. I paper piece them back inside the frame to create a two-tone look for this die. Now this one is made for ribbon. Of course it's beautiful just like it is, and just like that, but you can also thread ribbon through here. So I didn't have any ribbon at home when I was making this, so I ended up just cutting a strip of Tranquil Teal cardstock. I just beveled it on the ends, and I just fed it through. So then you can create kind of that cool look of ribbon in there, but you can use any skinny ribbon too in there, and it's a way to make use of some of the ribbon that you have in your collection and create a little more texture and a little more softness in your card. Now these two were layered with two different dies, and I wanted to show you what they look like. So this one is layered with the single stitched circles, one of the single stitched circles dies. This gives you the little shadow layer, so it was designed to fit the single stitched circle and give you the shadow layer, plus of course it peeks through all of those holes. So that's if you want the shadow layer. Now if you don't want the shadow layer but you still want the decorative edge in a color, you can cut that out with Master Layouts 3 because they were designed to be the same size, but this one is plain in ML3 and this one has the dotted line. So you can see how they all work together beautifully with some of the MLs that you have, some of the single stitch circles that you have, and also just plain. It's beautiful just plain. So this is the brand new Master Layouts 19 that is now available here at GinaKDesigns.com. Oh, and I wanted to show you this. So when Brian put this picture on here, he gave you one more idea. You can see here that he used this scalloped edge and then just took one of the rectangles, one of the plain rectangles, and cut that out. So you have a more like loose style scalloped frame that you can use as well. So that's just one more way that didn't make it onto my little card of layered ideas here. But it is a fantastic Master Layouts 19 set, and I think you're really going to love it. Okay, so I've got cards to show you with this die set, so that is coming up in just a minute. But there's one more really cool thing that you may have missed, and I'm so excited about them. We have our very own iridescent gel pens. These are the new Gina K Designs iridescent gel pens. They are so sparkly and beautiful, and they are so much fun. You've got a beautiful rainbow collection, including silver and black, and they are iridescent, so you're going to get a really neat look when you turn them into the light. It is a set of 18 pens, and these are really designed to add little bits of sparkle to the centers of your flowers, to little details on your leaves, on your butterflies, those beautiful butterflies that Melanie released tonight. If you want a very reasonably priced, very, very sparkly iridescent gel pen, this is for you. You're going to absolutely love them. Now, I wanted to show you, I don't know how well the sparkle is going to show, but I'm telling you, when you get them in real life, they glitter. They absolutely glitter. We have lights in here that reduce glare on purpose so that, you know, when I'm actually working on cards, there's not glare. So that works a little bit against us, but I did want to show you, I had a little bit of fun here. I grabbed this Doodle Garden background stamp, and I actually, can you see the sheen in that? I just sat while I was watching TV and colored using this pack of markers. I also colored an old background stamp. I don't know if this one is still available. I can't even think of the name of it, but you can see the sheen here in this. Now that does use a lot of the gel pen, so, you know, be prepared to use them up if you're going to color something completely like this. But these pens were really made as detail pens to mix and match with things like your Glitz Glitter Gel, with your Fuse Foiling Gel, with foiled designs where you just want to add a little bit of sparkle. Maybe you want to add a little bit of sparkle on a snowman's hat, or the buttons going down his little body. You want to add something to your penguins, or, you know, your different little animals, a little scarf, things like that. So you're going to love these, and they're reasonably priced. And I think that once you get them home and you color with them and you see how easy the ink rolls out of the roller ball, you're going to really like these. They're super fun and something new that we were trying this month. So I hope you love them as much as I do. Okay, now it is time to show you our brand new card kit. And this card kit is packed with stuff, including a free gift. Getting used to doing those free gifts, and I'm having a lot of fun with it, so I don't think I want to stop. Amy, the colors do match our ink colors, but they're iridescent. The gel pens, they're iridescent, so depending on how you turn them in the light, it may look like turquoise sea, it may look like sea glass, it may look like tranquil teal, but you will be able to find a coordinating ink color or cardstock color for every one of those pens. We didn't name them because it really wouldn't be accurate. One pen that looks like sea glass, turquoise sea, and tranquil teal. Well, what do you name it? Because of the way that the glitter is in the pen. But you will be able to find easily matches for all of our ink and all of our cardstock in those pens. Okay. So, are you guys ready for the new kit? I'm so excited. Well, I'm not going to back up because I want to show you my cards up close. But here is the brand new Floral Friendship. And this has two huge 6x8 stamp sets. It's got two huge 6x8 die sets. It's got coloring stencils that will color this open style design. And it's got a beautiful, big, huge layering stencil. And we have a free gift for you, which is the new Gina K Designs T-Square. Now, if you've never used a T-Square, I'm sure you've seen them used in lots of different videos from our friends like Mindy Egan, Jennifer McGuire, Kathy Zilski. So many of our great designers have made card projects where they needed to grab a T-square, and you might have thought, oh, I probably should get one of those. Well, now you're getting one for free in this kit. It is a free gift for you. So, and I will be using it in upcoming videos as well. So let's take a look at what's inside. Here is the T-square. Let's look at that first. Super fun product here, and it's got markings on the T-square that will help you figure out what is an A2 standard card, a mini slimline card. It's got all kinds of different markings for 1/8 inch notches when you need those, and 1/16 of an inch notches. So hopefully you can see that. It's printed in black, so it'll be very visible on your cardstock, and I think you're going to enjoy it. And it's the perfect size for card makers because it's just the right amount. It'll work, pardon me, it'll work for your most of your 5x7 cards. You'll be able to do enough, because usually with a T-square you're looking for a center point, right? So even if you're looking for the center point on a slimline card, you're going to be able to find that center point by lining that up and then going across. So free T-square for you, a new tool for your collection. Now, let's take a look at we'll start with the open set here. We'll start with this one here. So we're going to look at the Floral Friendship stamp and die bundle and the coloring stencils. So this is the beautiful new Floral Friendship, and as you can see, I chose a very, very clean, timeless font for this. This is never going to go out of style. And I love the greetings here. Your friendship means the world to me. A friend like you is hard to find. Let's celebrate you. Hello, sweet friend, and friends are flowers in the garden of life. Then you've got all of these tall stems that can be used in lots of different ways. But what I love about this is that these take up a good portion of an A2 card, and they're sized big enough to look beautiful on a 5x7 card. So I think you're really going to enjoy using these for some of your bigger card designs, even your mini slimline cards. Because they're long, they're going to take a decent amount of space on that card. Then we've got coloring stencils, and I'll be showing you how to use the coloring stencils on these because they're a little bit interesting on this flower. I designed them in a way so that they're spread out a little bit so that you can do multicolored designs. So I think you're really going to love this one. And of course, it comes with the full die set, and you can see it cuts out all of the innards too. And I love that because when you're doing stems, really delicate stems like this, especially if you're cutting it out and you want to pop it up, it's really nice to be able to see what is in the background. So this is the Floral Friendship. So let me show you some cards that I made with this die set or the stamp set. So the first one and I don't have it here because but let me tell you that there is coordinating poly glaze for this set. I'm sorry I don't have it in my stash here, but it is available in the What's New category. So you can get the coordinating poly glaze design as a separate purchase that coordinates with this stamp and die bundle and the coloring stencils. So I'm going to show you a card sample I made using the poly glaze, and I used the new Master Layouts 19. So you can see, look how beautiful that poly glaze shine is. So what I did here is I used Master Layouts 19 and I did a whole white on white kind of theme. So I used Master Layouts 2 to cut my panel. And then I cut a couple of these frames and glued them together to give it some dimension. You can see in there that it looks like it's raised just a little bit. I didn't want it popped up, but I wanted it to look dimensional. So I just glued 3 of them together. And then I used my poly glaze sheets with our 14 karat foil, and I cut this long stem out and this greeting out to foil them using my fuse foiling machine. Then I used the coloring stencils to stencil this with some of our new butterscotch ink, and then I went around the outside with a little bit of sun-kissed coral just to have that little bit of kind of an orangey pink edge. And then I used a tiny little bit of jelly bean green in there, and a tiny bit of fresh asparagus. It's almost, you barely can see it, but to do those little greenery parts in there. Now, on the stamp design, these are open. But on the polyglaze, I wanted to do a little more gold. So I filled those in so they will be all foiled. And you could do that in any color foil, but for this one, I wanted to do the gold. So you can see how pretty the Master Layouts 19 looks in there, just subtle in the background, but it really jazzes up the card. Okay, so that's one card. Now my second card, I made a little bit more modern. I used the new Crop Circles stencil, and I wanted to do my images grayscale, but I still wanted to add some color. So instead of doing that gray background like I do a lot, I did the background in sun-kissed coral, just created a grounding image there, and I put it on a sun-kissed coral card base, but then I stamped this image in black onyx, stamped the greeting in black onyx, and then I did the stenciling using the coloring stencils, but I did them with gray tones. So I used soft stone and stormy sky to create a little bit of gray. And then like on this one, I used our metallic gold pearls from our metallic mix. I used silver ones for this one. And I added the real big ones here just to sparkle that up a little bit. And that's a great use for some of those bigger pearls. Okay, so I have another card here for you. I did another one with the Master Layouts 19, but this time I did it in bold colors. So I used the tranquil teal here and the white to create all of those layers. And then I used the other tall stem floral image and these two images here to kind of create a cascading look going up. And my colors that I used were Emerald Coast, Blue Sky, and I'm trying to think of what this one was. I think this might be a little bit of ocean mist in there. So you can see by mixing a couple of different colors here that aren't even in this master layout, but it all works out really nicely together by blending those colors together. Then I did a jelly bean green card base that I cut out with Master Layouts 2 and a tranquil teal layer instead of black. I know, right? Shocker for me. But I thought it worked out really nicely with all of these other elements from Master Layouts 19. And then I used some of our rainbow pearls. The blue ones are a perfect match to our Blue Sky ink. So those are 3 card projects using the first Stamp and Die bundle from the new card kit. Now, I did use the greetings again in some of these other cards because I really like these greetings, so I will be showing you those in my next cards that I show you. Okay, so the next one I want to show you is this Stamp and Die bundle here. This is the Gentle Silhouettes. So this is another silhouette stamp set for Gina K Designs. You know we love our silhouette stamps. And I really love the greetings in this one. They're so delicate. They're so pretty. May this year treat you kindly. Oh my goodness. Isn't that like a great birthday sentiment for somebody who has maybe struggled a little bit over the years? It's so nice to have that. There are better days ahead. Be gentle with yourself. Sending gentle hugs your way, and you are so loved. So I love the delicate nature of the greetings with the bold silhouette images. And we've got this branchy image, and you can see the way that it's cut out. Again, you get all the openings in that coordinating die. Same with these, you get the openings in the coordinating die and all those openings in the greetings as well. So we've got 2 flowers that go in opposite directions. So what I wanted to do with this is I really wanted to be able to stamp a whole row of these and have them feeling like they're going in different directions. Plus, I thought that this would really be nice if you wanted to angle them on the outside of a greeting or kind of have them extending outside of a frame. Then you've got some bold floral designs here, 2 nice little bold butterflies. You know what? I know you guys can hear my beeping here, so I'm just going to shut it off. It's my pump reminding me to start my insulin again, but I don't need insulin, so I just needed to shut that off for a minute. Okay, and then again, you've got a bunch of different leaves that work beautifully with these flowers, so you can create silhouette-style bouquets, or you can create bouquets in bright, solid stamped colors. You can also do fun techniques like kissing and thumping and all of those other fun inking techniques that we love to do with solid silhouette stamps. Full die set that coordinates with it. So let's take a look at a few samples that I made. All right, so my first card sample I want to show you is a very simple one. I'll start with the least complicated. This, I just put some Masking Magic strips on either side of this, and I did just an ink blend fade from turquoise sea all the way to jelly bean green. Oh, I have to stop this pump, Tom. It's going to drive everybody insane. So let me do that. Sorry, guys. You just look at this for a second.
I could banish it to the next room.
I can't. It's on my body.
Oh.
I would love to banish it to the next room, but you'd have to banish me to the next room. So there we go. That should take care of it. Okay, and then all I did was stamp that image and the greeting and added a couple little black gems. Now, if you wanted to jazz this up a little bit more, you could have stamped the greeting in the middle, and you could have stamped the two on either end coming out in different directions. So that's one card right there. Okay, another card I have for you is a super fun one. This one, I just did a rainbow of flowers. So I stamped all of the 3 flowers that come in here. I alternated in rainbow order using Red Hot, Sweet Mango, Wild Dandelion, Lucky Clover, Turquoise Sea, and Wild Lilac. And then I used the new stencil, the new crop circle stencil, and I just did a little grounding on soft stone just across the center. And then I wanted these flowers to look scattered, like they were just blowing up and away in rainbow order. And then I just stamped "You Are So Loved" right here in black. And I used our rainbow pearls again, and I used a red one, an orange one, a yellow one, a green one, a blue one, and a purple one, just to accent the centers of those flowers. So isn't that just fun and bright and very springy feeling? Love that. Okay, the next one I want to show you is this one here. I used this image right here, this large image, and then I did a little bit of an inking technique. I stamped the branches, I inked them up with key lime, and I stamped them with my Misty. Then I went back and I just dabbed a little bit of Turquoise Sea and stamped it again. That gave me some two-tone look to my leaves. And I randomly stamped these all around a piece of cardstock. And then I cut that out with Master Layouts 2. Then I cut Master Layouts 18. I cut a couple of those, 3 of them, and glued them together and created a frame. So it's kind of like framed art back there. And then I used that new die from Master Layouts 19, and I threaded some Emerald Coast cardstock through to look like ribbon going through there. And then I had an extra greeting that I had die cut and foiled, so I just popped that right on there to finish that card off. So I thought that was kind of fun, and it creates the look of some framed art back there. And this, I really just love how that kind of breaks it up and kind of features the greeting a little bit more. Okay, so that's another card. I have another card that I made with this set, and this one is a more traditional ink blend. I just took one of my circle dies and cut it out with some Masking Magic, put a big piece of Masking Magic on there with that oval. I used our single-stitched ovals for this. And so I made my own stencil because I wanted it real big. And then I just did a blend of Passionate Pink, Wild Lilac, and Turquoise Sea. Just a nice fade down there. And then instead of stamping these directly onto the cardstock, I wanted the white outline because I wanted it to be a little bit different. So I cut them out instead and place them where I would normally stamp them. And then I pop them up using small 1/4-inch foam squares, so there's more dimension in there. And then I doubled up the foam squares for the greeting, so the greeting is really high up compared to these. And I used that sending gentle hugs your way. So that's so much fun, and there's so many different fun ways that you can use this set. And we're only touching the surface. These are just some different ways to use it, but you can, of course, always use this the traditional silhouette style stamping, where you do your ink blending and then you just stamp these right over your ink blending to make some beautiful quick cards. So there's some cards with those. Now, I want to show you something else that's in this kit, and I love this, and you guys seem to really like it too when I showed the sneak peek. This is a huge layering stencil. It is called Mega Bloom. It is based on nothing. It's just a fun, whimsical flower, and I think you're going to love it. You can see it's a 4-layer. We've got leaves, and then we've got some real tight low lights that wrap around those leaves, which you can always foil if you want to use foiling gel on the second layer of the flower and the second layer of the leaves. But this makes some fantastic cards. So I wanted to do it 2 ways. I wanted to make an A2 card, and then I wanted to use it as a big 5x7 card. So for my A2 card, I broke out Master Layouts 14, and I decided to just make a quick postage card. And you can see how big that flower is. And for this one, what I ended up doing was I cut out the Master Layouts 14 postage die, and then I laid the postage grid stencil right on top. I used my little sticky mat for that, so it held it in place. Then I popped this right on top of that postage grid stencil. And I might make this card on Thursday for you to show you how to do it so that you really get the feel for it and you know like how to do that. It's a super quick way to use a big stencil like this to create this look. And then I used light carnation and medium carnation and dark carnation. So I used all 3, and you can probably see that right in this area here where you've got the light, you've got the medium, but then I went in with a detail brush and added a little bit of dark just to accent some of that. And then for my greens, I used the light spruce and the medium spruce. Then I used the little Spring Friends stamp set to add some of these postage elements, but you can also use the postcards and more to add elements. And then I went back to the Floral Friendship, and I stamped Your Friendship Means the World to Me, and I just added that right on top. I popped it up with some foam squares. And I put the whole thing on an innocent pink card base. And you can see that this works great on a small A2 card. But if you are one of those people that loves the big cards, you like the 5x7 cards, you like the cards like my mom loved. My mom always said the bigger the card, the more the love. So she loved when I would make big cards for her. I decided to use it for a 5x7 card. So here's a big 5x7 card, and you can see how beautiful this works for that. So I just took the same stencil, I stenciled every part, and what I did was I went to the one part and I stenciled it, and then I just flipped the cardstock around, stenciled it again. Then I went to layer 2, stenciled it with the darker blue, and did the same thing until all the parts were done. The colors I used for this are blue sky, and then I used powder blue, and then I used our light spruce and our medium spruce. And then this Birthday Wishes is from the Modern Roses stamp set. That was, that's an older set, but I wanted a bigger greeting, and I just wanted something simple that wasn't going to take up a lot of the card. And once again, you can see how gorgeous those rainbow pearls look with our blue sky cardstock. They're just a really pretty match in there. So that is one of the bigger 5x7 cards, and I used Master Layouts 8 for that because that is one of our die sets that coordinates with 5x7 cards. So you can see the difference in the size of those cards and how beautiful the stencil works for both of those. So this is the brand new card kit, and here are a bunch of my cards. I'll lay them all out for you again so that you can see them. And don't forget, you get that free T-square in there. So that's going to be a very useful little tool for you in the coming months. Coming years. I love tools as free gifts because it's not something that you use up, right? So every time you look at that tool, you can remember it was so much fun that you got it as a free gift and you can use it over and over again. So there are all my card samples for tonight. You can see all of these on the home page at GinaKDesigns.com. It's on the banner, and I will be making lots of these cards over the next few months or next few weeks with you. And we're going to have a lot of fun with this beautiful new card kit together. Well, that was so much fun. I hope you guys enjoyed tonight's release party. I hope that you found something that you loved tonight. I hope that if you missed out on anything, you put yourself on the notify me list, because that really helps me know what to order. And I will be reordering things first thing tomorrow morning. A big shout out to Brianne Loveland, who has been linking all of the different things in the chat. Thank you, Brianne, for being here. We love you and we appreciate you so much. Another huge shout out to all of our illustrators. They show up, they create beautiful samples, and they really inspire us and help us to use our products, because that is so important. We want you to get these things home. We want you to rip them open, and we want you to have lots of ideas ready to go. So when your package comes, you are inspired and ready to craft. Use your stuff, get it out of the package, and have fun with us. Share your stuff in our Facebook group because we want to see what you do. So thank you to all of our illustrators for making the time to be here tonight and to show us all of your beautiful inspiration. And Brian, my art director and future son-in-law, thank you so much for helping bring all of this to life and helping us to get better and better with every release. I certainly appreciate that as well. Wow. This was so much fun. Hey, if you're not a member of our Facebook group, we'd love to have you over there. The name of our Facebook group is Gina K Designs and Stamp TV Friends, and our illustrators will be sharing all of their beautiful card samples in that group. I'll be sharing mine as I go. And our guest design team, who is just brilliant, and we love you all so very much, guest designers, will be sharing their projects too. Now, some of them didn't get their stuff yet, but as soon as they get them, I know that they will share some cards with you. So when you see their card projects and you see the hard work that they've done, don't forget to use their affiliate links, because they sure do deserve it. They've worked hard. And then if you missed the link to anything and you want to know where to find all these products, you can find them on our website at GinaKDesigns.com. Now, if you're new to my channel, we would love to have you as a subscriber. And if you liked tonight's video, we would love it if you would give this one a thumbs up and then hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you never miss another video. So, Tom, would we be able to give away a couple gift cards tonight?
Well, why not?
All right. Okay, let's do it. So, Tom, but we definitely need you in the scene because people didn't get to see you much tonight. But they will see you on Thursday, and you will be here with a word of the day on Thursday, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. All right. Very good.
Yeah, you bet.
All right. So Tom is working his magic back there. And I will remind everyone again, if you joined us late and you were surprised that some things sold out, don't worry. Tomorrow morning, I'm reordering everything, and I'm asking both our stamp manufacturer, stencils, and die manufacturers to all give us a rush if they can. And they usually are very good about that, especially when we sell out like this. That's just crazy. It's always so hard to know. If I had a crystal ball, I would have one for everybody, but only one for everybody who wanted one. And that's where the problem always seems to lie. So thank you for your patience and your support while we try to figure it out. We're also growing every month we have new people who join Gina K Designs, and so it's never really easy to know exactly what to do. So Tom, are you ready?
Let's do it.
Okay, all right, let's do it.
Drum roll, please. Here we go. We got 3. We got 3 coming.
Yeah, let's do 3.
Okay,
All
the
right.
winners tonight are Kris Miller, Elizabeth Field, and Jeanne Townsend. Yay!
Hey, woo! Congratulations to our winners. All you have to do is send your name and email address to info@ginakdesigns.com, and we will be happy to send those digital gift cards to you. All right, Tom always has to do that. I'm sure somebody had fallen asleep and that just scared the pants off of them. All right, everybody. Well, thank you so much for being here. Tom and I will be back on Thursday with another Stampin' Chat Live, and we are very excited to dig into this kit and make a card with you. And I know a lot of you want to see 5x7 cards. So, if you're over at Gina K Designs Facebook group, let me know. Would you rather see a 5x7 card, or would you rather see this cool postage card technique? Not that I won't do both, but which one would you rather see first? And or maybe I'll get both of them in. Maybe I'll try that. We'll see. All right, everybody. Until Thursday, stay safe and healthy. We love you all so very much, and we'll see you again real soon. Bye-bye.